इति प्रकृतैर्गुणैस्तै युक्तः परपुरुषः एक इहास दत्ते तृतीयादये हरिविरिञ्चि हरेति संज्ञा श्रेयांसि तत्र करो सत्त्वतरो नृणां स्युः. Chant along with me 1.2.23. Sattvam rajas. Keep your listen mute yourself. Chant from there on. When I am seeing your lips, that is why I want the videos to be on. And if the network problem, not a problem. Others can keep the videos on. Sattvam rajastama iti prakruteir gunaisthair. Sattvam rajastama iti prakruteir gunaisthair. Yuktah parapurushah eka ihasa datte. Yuktah parapurushah eka ihasa datte. स्थिति आदये हरिविरिंचि हरेति संज्ञा. स्थिति आदये हरिविरिंचि हरेति संज्ञा श्रेयांसि तत्र खलु सत्त्वतनोर् नृणां स्युः. श्रेयांसि तत्र खलु सत्त्वतनोर् नृणां स्युः. Okay. Now, that one supreme person. Sattvam rajastama iti prakrutir gunesa yuktah parapurusha. The parapurusha, one person. That one person, how is he? He is indirectly yuktah. Not directly associated, indirectly associated. How? By accepting the gunas of Prakriti. That is Sattva, Rajaha, Tamaha. He is accepting these gunas. And that is how he is called as Hari Virinchi. Hari Virinchi. Hari. So Hari is Vishnu. Virinchi is Brahma. Adi Satwiki Mataji, mute yourself. And Hare is Shiva. Hari Virinchi Hareti Samya. So what is the meaning of Samya? Let's see here. Different features. That is how he is accepting. And then Shreyamsi Tatra Khalu Sattatano Nuramsyu. So, but ultimate benefit, how a person will get by associating with the form of the quality of goodness. Ultimate benefit, that is Vishnu. Only when a person associates with Vishnu, he will get the ultimate benefit. So some may say, I'll associate with Brahmaji, I'll associate with Hara, that is Lord Shiva. The ultimate benefit only when you associate with Sato. So Lord, the Supreme Person, he accepts the gunas. When he starts accepting, though he is para, he is not in the clutches of the three modes of material nature. He is accepting for some purpose. And what is that purpose? Sthiti adaye. Adaye means etc. Sthiti adaye. Sarga, that is creation, maintenance, and destruction. For this purpose, he is accepting. Like you're accepting something for some higher cause. That doesn't mean that you are in that. You're accepting some things. So here also Lord is accepting something, indirectly associating. And in this way, he changes his form. Or he accepts the form of these three. That means he is now in the Kala Avatara. He takes the form of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Okay. And for the and what is the cause of it? The cause is for the creation, maintenance, destruction. So one Purusha is only one person. He is not two persons, he is one person. Now he appears as Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva. So this has been given. Okay. Usha Mataji read.
Hare Krishna. Svatvam rajastama iti prakritir gunaste yukta pa yukta para purusha eka ihasya datte chitte adaye hari virinchi hareti sapnya shreyam sitatra kalu sattvatanor nranam syu. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The transcendental personality of Godhead is indirectly associated with the three modes of material nature, namely passion, goodness, and ignorance. And just for the material world's creation, maintenance, and destruction, he accepts that the three qualitative forms of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Of these three, all all human beings can can derive ultimate benefit from Vishnu, the form of the quality of goodness. Purport. That Lord Sri Krishna, by his plenary parts, should be rendered devotional service as explained above, is confirmed by this statement. Lord Sri Krishna and all his plenary parts are Vishnu Tattva, or the Lordship of Godhead. From Sri Krishna, the next manifestation is Baladeva. From Baladeva is Shankarshana. From Shankarshana is Narayana. From Narayana, that is the second Shankarshana. And from this Shankarshana, the Vishnu Purusha avatars. The Vishnu, or the deity of the quality of goodness in the material world, is the Purusha avatara, known as Shirodaksha Vishnu or Paramatma. Brahma is the deity of Rajas, that is passion, and Shiva of ignorance. They are the three departmental heads of the three quality of this material world. Creation is made possible by Brahma's quality of passion and his endeavor. It is maintained by the goodness of Vishnu, and when it requires to be destroyed, Lord Shiva does it by the Tandava, Tandavana, Tandava Nritya. The materialists and the foolish human beings worship Brahma and Shiva respectively, but the pure transcendentalists worship the form of goodness, Vishnu, in his various forms. Vishnu is manifested by his millions and billions of integrated forms and separated forms. The integrated forms are called Godhead, and the separated forms are called the living entities or the jivas. Both the jivas and the Godhead have their original spiritual forms. Jivas are sometimes subjected to the control of material energy, but the Vishnu forms are always controllers of this energy. When Vishnu, the personality of Godhead, appears in the material world, he comes to deliver the conditioned living beings who are under the material energy. Such living beings appear in the material world with intention of being lords, and thus they become entrapped by the three modes of material of nature. As such, the living entities have to change their material coverings for undergoing different terms of imprisonment. The prison house of the material world is created by Brahma under instructions of the personality of Godhead. And at the conclusion of a kalpa, the whole thing is destroyed by Shiva. But as far as maintenance of the prison house is concerned, it is done by Vishnu, as much as the state prison house is maintained by the state. Anyone, therefore, who wishes to get out of this prison house of material existence, which is full of miseries like repetition of birth, death, disease, and old age, must please Lord Vishnu for such liberation. Lord Vishnu is worshipped by devotional service only, and if anyone has to continue prison life in the material world, he may ask for relative facilities or temporary relief from the different demigods like Shiva, Brahma, Indra, and Varuna. No demigod, however, can release the imprisoned living being from the conditioned life of material existence. This can be done only by Vishnu. Therefore, the ultimate benefit may be derived from Vishnu, the personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Dandatam.
पार्थिवादारुणो धूमस्तस्मात् अग्निस्त्रयीमया तमसस्तु रजस्तस्मात् सत्त्वं यद्ब्रह्मदर्शनम् पार्थिवादारुणो धूमस्तस्मात् अग्निस्त्रयीमया तमसस्तु रजस्तस्मात् sattvam yad brahma darshanam. Now, three gunas, they are compared to, now here see, parthiva dharano dhumas. So, what is firewood? It's the transformation of earth. Now, smoke is better than raw wood, and fire is still better. So, in this way, from fire, what happens? We can derive the benefits of superior knowledge through Vedic sacrifices. So, there is wood. Better than wood is smoke, and better than smoke is fire. And from fire, knowledge comes. Why? Vedic sacrifices happen. Knowledge comes. In the same way, now firewood is compared to tamas, darkness. So, rajas is better than tamas, and sato is better than rajas. Whatever revelation or realization can happen, can only happen by goodness. So, Lord takes the gunas. Now, he is taking tamas, appears as Hara, Lord Shiva. Now, what is the work of Lord Shiva? Destruction. So, better than that is Brahma. Now, for Brahma, what has been given? Agitation has been given. When you're agitated, then only creation happens. So, what is given to Shiva? Shiva is being given darkness, obscuring. There's a word known as obscuring. Obscuring means darkness. So, because of the darkness, there is only destruction and agitation. When there is agitation, actually there is some creation. But what happens to when Lord takes goodness? When Lord takes goodness, he's peaceful. He's peaceful. He's not agitated, he's in darkness. He's completely peaceful. When a person is peaceful, then only he can attain knowledge. He cannot attain knowledge in so much of agitation and so much of darkness. So that is why if a person has to get knowledge, he has to go to Vishnu only. Only Vishnu can give him knowledge. Because Satoguna, it is completely devoid of all inertia, what you can say, darkness, agitation, is completely devoid of all these things. And that is how one gets a vision of Brahman. What has been given? Yad Brahma Darshanam. One can understand his spirituality, his spiritual nature, and one's own spiritual nature. That is known as Brahma Darshanam. Brahman realization. Para Brahma, Jiva Brahma, Jada Brahma. Para Brahman, Jiva Brahman, Jada Brahman. So, one can understand his energy only when he takes shelter of Vishnu, who has taken Satoguna. Same Supreme Person. Previous was what he said. Tattvam Rajastama iti prakrute gunaiste. And one person, Yuktaha para Purusha ek ihas dakte. That one person he is taking, give this, give this, give this, three things, and then appears in that feature. It is not that Lord Shiva is in tamas. He has taken, that Parapurusha has taken, appears to control that feature, to control that guna. Okay. So firewood is compared to tamas, smoke is compared to rajas, and then fire is compared to sattva. Okay. And that is how by goodness one can come to realize the absolute truth. Okay, Daya Sagar Prabhu read.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Partivad dharmano dumas tasmadagnis traimaya tamasastu rajas tasma sattvam yad brahmadarshanam. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Firewood is transformation of earth, but smoke is better than the raw wood, and fire is still better. For by fire we can derive the benefits of superior knowledge through Vedic sacrifices. Similarly, passion rajas is better than ignorance tamas. But goodness sattva is best because by goodness one can come to realize the absolute truth. Purport. As explained above, one can get realized from the conditioned life of material existence by devotional service to the personality of Godhead. It is further comprehended herein that one has to rise to the platform of the mode of goodness sattva so that one can be eligible for the devotional service of the Lord. But if there are impediments on the progressive path, everyone, even from the platform of tamas, can gradually rise to the sattva platform by the expert direction of the spiritual master. Sincere candidates must therefore approach an expert spiritual master for such a progressive march. And the bona fide expert spiritual master is compared to direct a disciple from any stage of life, tamas, rajas, or sattva. It is a mistake, therefore, to consider that worship of any quality, of any form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is equally beneficial. Except Vishnu, all separated forms are manifested under the conditions of material energy, and therefore the forms of material energy cannot help anyone to rise to the platform of sattva, which alone can liberate a person from material bondage. The civilized state of life, or the life of the lower animals, is controlled by the mood of tamas. The civilized life of man, with a passion for various types of material benefits, is the stage of rajas. The rajas stage of the living of life gives us a slight clue to the realization of absolute truth in the form of fine sentiments in philosophy, art, and culture, with moral and ethical principles, but the mode of sattva is still higher stage of material quality, which actually helps one in realizing the absolute truth. In other words, there is a qualitative difference between the different kinds of worshipping methods, as well as the respective results derived from the predominant deities, namely Brahma, Vishnu, and Hara. Hare Krishna.
भेजिरे मुनियोत्थाग्रे भगवन्तम् अधोक्षदम् सत्तं विशुद्धक्षेमाय कल्पन्ते येन तान् इह भेजिरे मुनियोत्थाग्रे भगवन्तम् अधोक्षजम् सत्त्वं विशुद्धक्षेमाय कल्पन्ते येन तान् इह भेजिरे bhajan. Bhejire word is actually derived from bhajan. What's the meaning of bhajan? Bhaja means to serve. Bhejire, to serve. So he is serving. Who is serving? Muneha, the sages. Ataha agrehe, in previously. That means from time immemorial or previously. The great sages, they serve the personality of Godhead Adhokshajam. Adhokshaja. Adaha akshajaha. One who is beyond these material senses. Akshaja means eyes. One who is beyond the material senses is known as Adhokshaja. That means he is transcendental to these three modes of material nature. Adhokshaja. Bhagwantam Adhokshajam. Sattvam Vishuddham. Sattvam Vishuddham. How is his existence Sattvam? How is his existence Vishuddham? Vishesha Rupena Shuddhaha. He is completely beyond. You cannot even say pure. It is because this pure word is completely beyond that also. It is purest of the pure. And is beyond the three modes of material nature. For the purpose of creation, maintenance, destruction, he is accepting. But he is beyond. Shemaya. Why he is taking shelter of Vishuddham, Adhokshajam, to derive the ultimate benefit. So, kalpante e anuttan iha. So, in this world, what we are supposed to do? Just follow such great sages. Follow Srila Prabhupada. Simple. Why? Srila Prabhupada has rendered service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How? By rendering service to his spiritual master. That is how the great sages, they render service to the spiritual master, to the personality of Godhead, by rendering service in the Guru Shishya Parampara. So Anu means within this material world itself, just follow the great sages, Iha, in this material world. In this way, one derives ultimate benefit. That has been given. Shemaya. To derive ultimate benefit, just serve the great sages who have been serving Adhokshaja, who is beyond or transcendental to the three modes of material nature. Okay, Adi Satviki Mataji read.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम भेजीरे मुनयः थाग्रे भगवन्त मधुक्षजाम सत्तं विशुद्धं क्षेमाय कल्पन्ते यहनूतनिः येनुतानिः Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Previously, all the great sages rendered service unto the personality of Godhead due to his existence above the three modes of material nature. They worshipped him to become free from material conditions and thus derive the ultimate benefit. Whoever follows such great authorities is also eligible for liberation from the material world. Purport. The purpose of performing religion is neither to profit by material gain nor to get the simple knowledge of discerning matter from spirit. The ultimate aim of religious performances is to release oneself from material bondage, bondage and regain the life of freedom in the transcendental world. where the personality of Godhead is the supreme person. Laws of religion, therefore, are directly enacted by the personality of Godhead. And except for the Mahajanas or the authorized agents of the Lord, no one knows the purpose of religion. There are 12 particular agents of the Lord who know the purpose of religion, and all of them render transcendental service unto him. Persons who desire their own good may follow these Mahajanas and thus attain the supreme benefit. Thank you for the service, Mataji.
Very good. Next step. मुमुक्षवो घोररूपान् हित्वा भूतपतींस्तथा नारायणकलाशान्ता भजन्ति ह्यनसूयः सूयवः मुमुक्षवो घोररूपान् हित्वा भूतपतिं यथा नारायणकलाशान्ता भजन्ति ह्यनसूयवः Mumukshavo ghora rupan. Mumuksho means desiring liberation. Mumukshavo ghora rupan, all the ghastly form of the demigods. Ghastly form, you have Kali, you have Shiva's ghastly form. That's a nice name. Anyone can say Shiva's ghastly form. You have in Varanasi. Narayana, Shiva's ghastly form.
Kal Bhairav.
Kala Bhairav. So these are the ghastly forms. Devotees are not interested. One who desires liberation, they are not interested in the ghastly form. Mumuksho Ghora Rupan Hitva Bhutapatinatha. So they are not Bhutapati. Who are Bhutapatim? Demigods. There are ghastly form of demigods. Devotees who are interested in the liberation, they are not envious, but they respect everyone, but they reject. They don't worship the ghastly forms of the demigods. Then what they do then? Narayana Kala Shanta. They worship the wonderful form of Narayana and Kala, his plenary portions. And in this way they worship the all blissful Shantaha, Bhajanti, that means they worship. And Anasuyava, they are non-envious. One should not think, oh, they are not worshipping the ghastly form of demigods or any demigod. Is that they must be envious? No, they are not envious, but they don't worship. And what is the reason behind it? They want liberation. Mukti Pradata is only Krishna. Nobody else can give Mukti. Narayana only can give Mukti. That is why they worship only Narayana and his plenary portions. That means the incarnations. Gajendra Sutta Prabhu, read.
मुमुक्षुव घोररूपान् हित्वा भूत्वा पतिम् अतः नारायण कलाशान्त भजन्ति हि अनसूयवः. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Those who are serious about liberation are certainly non-envious, and they respect all, yet they reject the horrible and ghastly forms of the demigods and worship only the all blissful forms of Lord Vishnu and his plenary portions. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who is the original person of the Vishnu categories, expand himself in two different categories, namely integrated plenary portion and separate parts and parcel. These separate parts and parcel are the segregates and the integrate plenary portion of Vishnu Tattva and the worshipful objects of service. All demigods who are empowered by the Supreme Lord are also separated parts and parcel. They do not belong to the categories of Vishnu Tattva. The Vishnu Tattva are living beings equally as powerful as the original form of the personality of Godhead, and they display different categories of power in categories of power in consideration of different times and circumstances. The separate parts and parcel and are powerful by limitation. They do not have unlimited power like that Vishnu Tattva. Therefore, one should never classify the Vishnu Tattva or the plenary portion of Narayana. Thus, the personality of God is in the same categories with the parts and parcel. If anyone does so, he becomes at once an offender by the name of Vasanti. In the age of Kali, many foolish persons commit such unlawful offenses and equalize the two categories. The separate parts and parcel have different position in the estimation of material powers, and some of them are like Kala Bhairava, Samsana Bhairava, Sani, Mahakali, and Chandika. The demigods are worshipped mostly of those who are in the lowest category by the of the mode of darkness or ignorance. Other demigods like Brahma, Shiva, Surya, Ganesha, and many similar deities are worshipped by men in the mode of passion, urged by the desire for material enjoyment. But those who are actually situated in the mode of goodness, sattva guna, of material nature, worship only Vishnu Tattva. Vishnu Tattvas are represented by various names and forms, such as Narayana, Damodara, Vamana, Govinda, and Adoksajaha. The qualified Brahmanas worship the Vishnu Tattva, represented by the Shalagram Sila, and some of the higher castes like the Satriyas and Vaishyas also generally worship the Vishnu Tattvas. Highly qualified Brahmanas situated in the mode of goodness have no grudges against the mode of worship of others. They have all respect for other demigods, even though they may look ghastly like Kala Bhairava or Mahakali. They know very well that these horrible creatures of the Supreme Lord are all different servitors of the Lord under different conditions. Yet they reject the worship of both horrible and attractive creatures of the demigods. And they concentrate only on the forms of Vishnu because they are serious about liberation from the material condition. The demigods, even to the stage of Brahma, the supreme, all of the demigods, cannot offer liberation to anyone. Hiranyakashipu underwent a certain type of penance to become eternal in life, but his worshipability, Brahma, could not satisfy him with such blessings. Therefore, Vishnu and none else is called Mukti Kad, or the personality of Godhead who can bestow upon us Mukti, liberation. The demigods, being like other living entities in the material world, are all liquidated at the time of the annihilation of the material structure. They are themselves unable to get liberation. And what to speak of giving liberation to their devotees. The demigods cannot award the worshippers some temporary benefit only, not the ultimate one. It is it is for this reason only that candidates for liberation deliberately reject the worship of the demigods, although they have no disrespect for any one of them. Hare Krishna.
रजस्तमा प्रकृतः समशीला भजन्ति वै पितृभूतप्रजेशादीन् श्री ऐश्वर्यप्रजेप्सवः रजस्तमा प्रकृतः समशीला भजन्ति वै पितृभूतप्रजेशादीन् श्री ऐश्वर्यप्रजेप्सवः रजस्तमा प्रकृतः समशीला भजन्ति वै पितृभूतप्रजेशादीन् श्री ऐश्वर्यप्रजेप्सवः. Now what is Mumuksho we have spoken. Those who want liberation, what they do? They worship only Vishnu, Narayana, and his plenary portion. What about Rajas and Tamas? The people who are Rajasic and Tamasic, what are their mentalities? This type of mentalities. They worship whom? Bhajanti. They worship forefathers. They will worship other living entities. Bhuta. Prajeshadin. They will worship demigods, who are the controllers of the cosmic administration. And what is the purpose? The purpose of Satoguna worshipping is for liberating himself. What is the meaning of liberation? Understanding his constitutional position. Mukti itvanyatha rupam swarupena vivastiti jivera swarupohai Krishna nityadas. But what are the purpose of these people worshipping some other living entity or pitrus or demigods? Because they have a desire, strong desire. Ipsabha. Ipsabha means their desire. What they desire? Shriya. Shriya means richness, Aishwarya, wealth. So when you say Shriya, also refers to beauty or enchanting someone, enrichment, Aishwarya, lot of power, wealth. They want progeny, Praja. That is why they are worshipping Pitrus. They are worshipping the demigods. They are worshipping some other living being. So many Babas, Ammas, how they're who? They are just another living being only. Some may be some yogi, but anyhow, they are not God. They are another living being who have got some siddhis. So these people, they worship them because they want richness. And for them, what is the success of their worship? Oh, they have got richness. So they think that this is all in all. That is why they are completely in the confused state. They do ghor tapasya. Ghor tapasya. Somebody was talking to me. When a person does ghor tapasya, his Muladhara chakra activates. And then he starts a hallucination. He starts imagining. He sometimes thinks, oh, he is this person. Oh, he is Parvati. She's Parvati, or he is Shiva. In this way, hallucination. So they are the most confused, can say, crackpots. They are mad people. Because for them, richness is everything. Oh, I got this richness because I'm worshipping Baba. I am worshipping Sai Baba. I am worshipping this Baba, that Baba, this Amma, that Mama. Why? Because they have a strong desire to become rich. They may say, oh, I have no desire for all these things. But inside, they have the desire for enchanting others. So-called renunciation is also for attracting people. So they may say, we are not interested in all these things. But still, they like to show their siddhis. The people who are actually the devotees, they have a lot of siddhis, but they don't like to show. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, do you have siddhi? Prabhupada just kept the stick on the snow and water oozed out. Prabhupada said, you fool, if I start showing this, then you will start considering me as God. So devotees don't like to show siddhis, and if a person really has a siddhi, he should not show. But these people are confused state people. So they like to show the siddhis. Okay, they desire for women, wealth, power, progeny. Okay. Jumu read.
Mataji, I'll
Jumu.
read for her. Mataji, I'll read for her.
Okay.
रजस्तमा प्रकृतयः तमशीला भजन्ति वै पितृभूतप्रजेशादि श्रियैश्वर्यै प्रजेप्सवः.
Vijepsavaha.
Translation, Prajepsavah. Translation, those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance worship the forefathers, other living entities, and the demigods who are in charge of cosmic activities, for they are urged by a desire to be materially benefited with women, wealth, power, and progeny. Purport, there is no need to worship demigods of whatsoever category if one is serious about going back to Godhead. In Bhagavad Gita 7.20 and 23, it is clearly said that those who are mad after material enjoyment approach the different demigods for temporary benefits, which are meant for men with a poor fund of knowledge. We should never desire to increase the depth of material enjoyment. Material enjoyment should be accepted only up to a point of bare necessities of life and not more or less than that. To accept more material enjoyment means to bind oneself more and more to the miseries of material existence. More wealth, more women, and false aristocracy are some of the demands of the materially disposed man because he has no information of the benefit derived from Vishnu worship. By Vishnu worship, one can derive benefit in this life as well as in the life after death. Forgetting these principles, foolish people who are after more wealth, more wives, and more children worship various demigods. The aim of life is to end the miseries of life and not to increase them. For material enjoyment, there is no need to approach the demigods. The demigods are but servants of the Lord. As such, they are duty bound to supply necessities of life in the form of water, light, air, etc. One should work hard and worship the Supreme Lord by the fruits of one's hard labor for existence, and that should be the motto of life. One should be careful to execute occupational service with faith in God in the proper way, and that will lead one gradually on the progressive march back to Godhead. Lord Sri Krishna, when he was personally present at Vrajadham, stopped the worship of the demigod Indra and advised the residents of Vraja to worship by their business and to have faith in God. Worshipping the multi demigods for material gain is practically a perversity of religion. This sort of religious activity has been condemned in the very beginning of Bhagavatam as Kaitava Dharma. There is only one religion in the world to be followed by one and all, and that is Bhagavat Dharma, or the religion which teaches one to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead and no one else.
So here we'll stop. Any questions you can ask. Any questions?
Mataji, Haribol, Danvat Pranam. Mataji, how is it justified to compare Sattva, Raja, Tamas with fire, smoke, and all this?
Firewood. It is in the darkness. Right? Smoke. Some agitation is seen. Smoke means agitation, isn't it?
Okay.
And then fire, illumination. So darkness, that means obscure. And you have agitation, that is for passion. And enlightenment, that is for sattva. That is why this comparison is given. But when you see firewood, what is reminded? There is a fire. More than even smoke, smoke doesn't remind you of fire, but firewood reminds you of fire. Just by seeing firewood, you can immediately understand there is a fire inside. But it is unseen. It is unseen. Okay.
Second question. Yes, Mataji, thank you so much. My second question is, Krishna's ghastly form can be Narasimha, is it? No?
Most fearful form. No, Krishna is never hanging ghastly form. That is why there is a verse. Ugropya nugra evayam svabhaktanam narakesari kesari sapotanam anyesham ugra vikrama. For others, it may be ugra form. Like a lion is there. That for the cub, that lioness or lion is very beautiful. Father, mother. In the same way, for devotees, Narasimha is very beautiful.
Yes.
Fearful form. Ghastly means bhayanak. Fearful form. Fear personified fears Krishna. Now he has to fear the demons. For them, he may appear as a ghastly form, but they are demons. When Prahlad goes and sees Narasimha, he says, "Oh, you are so beautiful, I am not afraid of you." If devotees are afraid of Narasimha, that means he is not a devotee, he is a demon.
Very nice. Thank you. Yes. I was just thinking that. Mataji, after 18, I missed it last class. There Independence Day on 4th July and I got mixed up with
I'm not going
India.
to repeat. You can take the YouTube class.
Oh, you
I
have?
repeat, we have
Mataji?
recording.
Oh, okay. So I'll see, because after Nishtha, I don't know the next shloka,
After
which one.
Nishtha is this, it is Ruchi, then Asakti, Bhava, Prem.
No, that is going to continue with number 19, 20, 21. Oh, then it's okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hari Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, this last verse which we just now Narayan Prabhu read, there's a very beautiful line which I'm little bit, I need some clarity on that. That is, one should be careful to execute occupational service with faith in God in the proper way. So, like, what is this execution of occupational service?
Varnashrama achrataha purushena parapuman Vishnu aradite pantah nanyat tattosha karana. Very clearly it has been said, occupational duty means varnashrama. Why a person is performing varnashrama? Varnashrama achrataha purushena parapuman Vishnu aradite, for Vishnu aradhana. Nanyat tattosha karanam. There is no other reason. Person is performing devotional his varnashrama dharma for the satisfaction of Haritoshanam, for the satisfaction of Vishnu. That is why he should be very careful. If he is not careful, then what will happen? He will perform the occupational duties for his sense gratification. Because when you perform activities, you get the results. If Haritoshanam is not the center point, then what will happen? You have the results. You can enjoy. Maja karo, masti karo.
Yes.
Any other
Thank you.
questions? So stop here. Mancha kalpatarudyasya kripasindu vyayucha patitanam pavanebhyo roshni. Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Sleeping? Narayana?
No, she's not sleeping. She has gone for brushing.
Okay. Stop here.